Sam looked up and found that an animal cub was unfortunately hung on a tree branch. After observing for a long time, he found that the little guy had a weak breath, so Sam hurried to move to the table and prepare to rescue. But the position of the little guy was a bit high, 011. Even if Sam stood on the table, it was difficult to reach him, so Sam had to drive the car under the tree. Then he climbed onto the top of the car and began to rescue. Because the position of the little guy was a bit tricky, Sam also spent a lot of effort. After a lot of effort, he managed to save the little guy on the tree branch. When Sam looked closely, he found that it was a little squirrel that had just been born. The little guy was shaking all over and his eyes were closed. He looked very weak. Because he didn't know that the little guy was abandoned by his mother, he accidentally fell out of the snow. For safety, Sam decided to take him home for the time being. When he returned home, his wife checked his body for him at the first time. Fortunately, the little guy was not seriously injured. He just hung on the tree branch for a long time and was a little scared. He was worried that the little guy would be hungry for a long time. His wife fed him some milk in a hurry. Since he decided to bring him back, he must raise him well. After eating, the little squirrel gradually regained some spirit. He fell asleep in the hand of the girl. He was worried that the little guy would not feel safe. His wife found a soft little box. She put a warm blanket in it and built a warm nest for the little squirrel. After a few days of careful care, the little guy's physical condition improved significantly. He began to become lively. He would move around in Sam's house from time to time. Although he hadn't opened his eyes yet, he was curious about the surroundings. Because he didn't have the experience of raising squirrels, Sam handed this burden to the cat that had just been born. At first, Sam thought that the cat would reject this sudden little guy. Unexpectedly, the cat not only did not resist, but also gently carried the little squirrel into his arms. He warmed him with his own body temperature, and sometimes licked the little squirrel's hair with his tongue. It was as if he was taking care of his own child. Under the care of the little cat, the little squirrel began to grow up gradually. Perhaps he had already taken this place as his home. The little guy seemed so fearless. He always jumped up and down at home. When he was tired, he would go into the water in the girl's arms. When he was free, Sam would also take him to the wild to feel the scent of nature. The little squirrel ran and jumped happily on the grass. He was curious about everything around him, but every time Sam went home, he always ran to Sam's feet first. He quickly climbed on Sam with his little claws, as if urging Sam to take him home. Now the little squirrel has become an indispensable member of the family. His arrival has added endless joy and warmth to this home. Maybe it was just a coincidence at first, but it became a concern for each other in the protection. He was saved from the branches and grew up in this house. Sam gave him a sense of security, and he relied on and accompanied him, giving this home a soft warmth.